You can also use the new material button and along with an image for wall covering, tile, anything like that um, to replicate that. So you're going to go to create new material. Again, I'm going to go ahead and rename it so I don't lose it. And I'm doing a Maharam wall covering. So then you're going to go to appearance. Again, I'm going to change this to walls just to make it easy to find when I'm looking for it. And you are going to need to have an image from whichever wall covering or tile that you choose. So for wall covering, a couple things to look for to make it work well. Basically, Revit is going to take the square image or the rectangular image that you give it, and it's going to repeat it over and over based on the information you give. So I would suggest finding something that is going to repeat easily in that type of format, and make sure you can find an image that will work. So this is the one that I chose, and I'll show you. I was looking at one before that really didn't work well. So this one, it has a pretty good repeat, but the image that's shown, it's not, if I were to repeat this over and over, it's not going to match up well. So just kind of pay attention to that and make sure whatever, I would have to clip this. So again, like this might get in the way with it also. So you're going to get the image. Again, you want it a square or a rectangle as you go through. If you can get a square, that's the easiest. So I just clipped the image and pasted it on here. So I have it to work with. And I'll show you, I did accidentally, I can see now, get a little bit of that white in the bottom. So make sure you have it nice and clean as you go through, because I'll show you kind of what happens with that. So once you have your image and you're in the appearance section, you're going to click right in here where it says image and then choose which one you want. So I would recommend saving the images in a folder that you can easily find. So I created a folder titled Revit Materials, so I know where to find that. Go ahead and hit open. You can see that it shows here. It changed a little bit there. Click on this to open up the texture editor. So again, you're just going into the image that you've uploaded to click on it. And you're going to come down to the scale. And you need to use the information that's given on the website so that you know what the scale should be. So again, with wall covering, I would also look for something that has a repeat that's not too large. So this is an 18-inch vertical repeat and then 52-inch horizontal. I'm just going to go with the 18-inch vertical repeat, and that should work. And again, using a pattern that's not too specific keeps it a little bit easier as it goes through. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to change this to 1 foot 6 inches. It's linked, so that means that it is a square, so both these are going to change at the same time. If you have a rectangle, you'll need to unlock that so that you can change it as you to a rectangle. But again, squares are going to be the simplest, so I would say to try to find something that works for that. And then you want it just to be the tile repeat that's done there, and hit done. And then go to graphics, click on render appearance so that it will show when you render it. And then hit OK. So then we'll go in and I'll show you the easiest way to apply wall materials is through either do a section or use an elevation view. So as a reminder, you're going to go to place an elevation, you're going to go to view, elevation, use the drop down to make sure you have interior elevation on. And then you're going to place this where you need it. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of click it and check on the other elevations. that I might need as I go through. So then now let's start with this 1B. We'll open it up. And this is the wall that I want to put the wall covering on. So I'm going to click it to highlight it. It's going to open up my modify tab, and you're going to use the paint tool, which is found right here. So when that opens, it's going to open up all the project or all the materials in your project. So I can find, and they're in alphabetical order. So I'm going to find the Maharam wall covering that's here, and then come over here. And again, it's going to highlight that wall, and I'm just going to click on it to apply. And if you want to make sure that it's there, if you hover, it'll now say painted with Maharam wall covering. So once I've placed that where I need it, I can hit done. And then if I go to my realistic view, it will apply it. You can kind of see the color. And then as I get closer, you'll see the pattern that's based on that scale. And that little white line there is where I did not crop it closely enough. So you do want to check and make sure. You can go back after you apply it. If you find that, you can edit the image and reload an image to clean it up, and it will place it as it goes. So that will let you put wall covering or anything like a wall covering on any of the surfaces.